Today we'll be discussing the Vonage Integration Suite for Office 365, the latest offering that ties your Vonage Business Communications phone system to Office 365. Let's take a look. The Vonage Integration Suite works on multiple browsing platforms including Google Chrome, Firefox, and Microsoft Edge. In today's demonstration, we'll be leveraging Chrome. The first step is to download the integration from the Chrome Web Extensions Store and sign into it leveraging your Vonage Business Communications credentials. Once this is done, you will see an icon in the upper right-hand corner for Vonage Integration Suite, and by clicking on that button, it will launch the Integration Suite window. Inside the Integration Suite window, you will see the history of your calls, which will also identify matching contacts from the Office 365 People section. If there are no matches found, it will simply show the phone number. It will not reflect a contact name. However, you can click on this icon to call the customer back, or you can mark them as a favorite, which will show up in the Favorites tab, which allows you to more quickly call back people that you talk to on a regular basis. You can also see at the bottom your profile that shows which account you're logged into on the Vonage Business Communications system. You also have a dial pad, which allows you to copy and paste telephone numbers, as well as manually dial to send calls through the Vonage Business Communications system. The third tab shows you all of the productivity suites and CRMs that you're connected to. As you can see, there are multiples available. However, in today's demonstration, we will only be focusing on Office 365. You also can customize the features and functionality as an end user for Vonage Integration Suite. Do I want Click to Dial to work on my system? Do I want to launch another website such as SharePoint during the course of a call? Do I want to leverage the microphone on my desktop or laptop to dictate notes into the system on a call? Do I want to hide my call history tab or my fast dial favorites tab? Do I want to leverage the free call note taking capability in the Vonage Integration Suite and store that on Vonage's servers? We also have an announcement system, which will actually give you notifications of features that are coming to the Vonage Integration Suite or any recent changes that have been made. And we also have a feedback section, which allows you to leave comments and feedback about your experience on Vonage Integration Suite or make requests about feature enhancements that need to be made. The profile button allows you to access the administrative web portal so that you can see the reporting that pertains to all of the users leveraging the Office 365 connector, as well as make modifications to the actual screen pop activity, which we'll cover later in this demo. You also have a reporting section for end users, which allows them to see their inbound and outbound call history, metrics, and logging. You have an account, which shows you again the account information about who you're logged in as. And you have a settings section, which allows you to go in and modify your user settings, such as how your pop-up call activity functions. Maybe you only want your pop-ups to come when you answered a call on an inbound call or when you place an outbound call. You can actively change these live and hit save and close, and the next call will reflect the changes that you've made. Synchronizing contacts is for local users to synchronize large-scale changes that they've made. For example, if they went into the People section of Office 365 and manually added a contact there, and they want that to show up on the next call for Vonage Integration Suite, they can click this Synchronize and it will publish those metadata changes. The administrator has the capability to do a large-scale publish change from the admin portal. Do I want to see Click to Dial prompts? Meaning, if I want to call out to the system, do I want it to prompt me to complete the call or not? Do I want to exclude any sites for a Click to Dial? So for example, if I don't want the Click to Dial to show up on SharePoint pages, I can add my internal SharePoint page to this exclusion and I will not see the Click to Dial icon. How do I want my window to appear in the system? Do I want my call events window that we're looking at now and pop-out notifications to work? Do I want the panel to be large or small? Do I want my activity pop-up window to be large or small or custom sized? So let's take a look at the actual pop-up window. When a call comes in, the activity is going to pop and show me several things. You can see here I have tasks, I have events, which allows me to set calendar events. I have conversations, which allows me to email back and forth other people about this activity. And I have a notes section, which actually creates a Microsoft OneNote book that will keep track of this history, and I can add and modify to that as needed. In this case, you can see I took the call, but I didn't actually record any additional comments. I just hung up the phone. This still allowed me to log that activity into my email system so that I could keep track of the fact that I had that call with a customer. However, I can go in and I can add a comment at any time. And you can also see that I have a dictation button. When I click on the button, it allows me to add things using my microphone. When I save that note, it will publish it out to the Office 365 email system. Events is similar, except now I can actually set up calendar events during the course of a call. If I need to pull in multiple attendees based off of this call, I can simply modify what the title is, what location, date and time, and what guests and a description. And again, I can use the dictation for that and hit create. Conversation would be if I want to send just emails to multiple people regarding this call and what the content of that email will be. Most importantly, we have the home button. This is an effective tool, especially when you have multiple matching contacts for a single phone number. In a case like a company that's publishing a single caller ID, however, you have multiple contacts at that company, you want to accurately reflect which person you spoke to. So you can actually drag and drop your accurate user into the event or note or conversation that you want to generate, and it will open up an additional window. You can also add contacts directly to the Office 365 system from here by clicking on the Contacts button. Most importantly is the History button. This allows me to look at all of my interaction with this customer. I can scroll through the list and quickly see any interactions I've had, click on a note, and actually open that information up so that I can see what happened during the course of that call. And I can more accurately at that point troubleshoot if the call is pertaining to a prior call or not. I also have the call control that allows me to call a customer back, end the call, put them on hold, or transfer them. These call controls tie directly to your Vonage Business Communications system. So now we want to take a look at the administrative portal. This portal allows me to do several things. First of which, I can look at my call summary and see all of my users and what's going on at any given time. So I can see my total inbound and outbound calls, as well as the total duration for those inbound and outbound calls. And I have a graph that lays that out over a course of time. This would be effective in a hunt group or call queue situation where you want to make sure your staff is properly placed during the course of the day. If I have a lot of users that are leveraging the Office 365, I can go in and see those users listed here so that I break down their metrics, but I can also filter by those users so I can see just my team if I want to. I can also customize the date and time range as well as direction and interval so that I can more correctly focus what reporting information I want to see. And I can also refresh this automatically so that I can use it as a wallboard in my environment. Call detail records will actually show me the focus of that filter that I've created if I did create one. But most importantly, I can see the contact information, not just their telephone number, so I can more easily pair up those call logs. I can export this data into a CSV format, which would allow me to create pivot tables, graphs, and pie charts from outside the system. The My Account Information tab allows me to go in and see what users are actually on the connector, which ones are active. I can go in, more importantly, to make modifications to the system, such as if I want to synchronize all of my contacts as an administrator, I can go in and publish those changes out, and it will actually resynchronize the entire contact database, not just the changes. This would be useful if you've added something new to the system that wasn't there before. You could go in and resynchronize, and it will show up for your customization, which we're about to cover. So to customize the views that you see inside those pop-up windows, you have 3 distinct areas you can go to. The first you get to by clicking on the name, and this will actually show you what your default activities are. Do you want to do events or planner tasks? But I also can determine, do I want to match single activity with a matching contact? Do I want to log 0 duration calls, and so on? The second option I have allows me to tell the system where I'm pulling contact information from. Do I want to pull it from contacts and users, or just one? I can also determine which activity types I want to present to my end users during the course of calls. Maybe they don't want to use the planner task, or they don't use notes. They only use conversations and events. I can modify this on the fly. The third and final stage is the custom layout builder, which allows me to go in as an administrator and customize the views that those pop-ups are going to see. This is an effective tool if you have multiple groups in your organization that need to see different views and store different data. So in this case, I want to go into my notes. And as you can see, I don't have many here, but I can also go into events, and I can see all of the items that are available. I can drag and drop the order of these. I can also click on the gears to say, is it a required field? Is it always visible? Do I want to exclude it? So that I can customize what's presented to those end users. Once I'm done modifying, I can simply give that layout a custom name and hit create. This will allow me to then see that custom view when I'm inside of my pop-up windows, and I can select those views from inside of my window. And as you can see, I don't have any custom templates built, so I do not see them in here. But once you do, you will see a drop down right in the center bottom of the pop-up, and you can select that at any time. This has been a brief look at the Vonage Integration Suite for Office 365. Please reach out to your sales rep or customer success manager if you have further questions.